Alright, welcome to lesson 18. This is multiplying by multiples of 10 and 100. Okay, and I think you're going to love this lesson. It's very easy to multiply by 10 and 100. Let me show you how. Let's say you had 3 times 5. What is that? 15. Okay, now let's add a 0 on there. Let's pretend it was 3 times 50. Okay, when you do this, all you do is 3 times 5, and then you add on 1 0. So 3 times 5 was 15, plus 0 is 150. So 3 times 50 is 150. The pattern can continue. 3 times 500. This time there's 2 zeros. The zeros don't matter. You multiply 3 times 5, you get 15, and then you have to tack on 2 zeros, because we're multiplying by a number that has 2 zeros. So 3 times 500 is 1,500, or 1,500. Now there's one thing that's tricky that you got to watch out for. Sometimes you multiply numbers and they have a 0 in the answer. What I mean is, like 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay? Now if you add a 0, 5 times 60, don't forget that you still have to add that 0. 5 times 6 may be 30, but I haven't tacked on this 0 yet, so the answer is really 300. Or 5 times 600, 5 times 6 is 30, but I haven't added on my 2 zeros. So the answer of 5 times 600 is 3,000. Okay? Let's look at how that pattern works when you're doing your multiplication for your homework today, which is very simple. Okay? You just want to multiply the front numbers and tack on the zeros at the end. What I mean by that, let me show you an example from your homework. Number 3 is 31 times 30. Okay? I always want, doesn't matter what order they are, put the one with the zeros, the multiples of tens or hundreds, on the bottom. So in this case, we have 31 and 30. 30 will go on the bottom. Now this is usually how you multiply. I do not want you to multiply like this when you do multiples of 10 and 100. Okay? Look at how I would solve this. 0 times 1, 0. 0 times 3, 0. Now I'm done with the ones column. I go to the tens. Means I have to place a 0 here and go 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Add them up. 0, 3, 9. 930. Okay, you could do that way. Memorize that number, 930. Or you could do the shortcut way, which I know you would much rather do. It's the shortcut way, right? So instead of multiplying 31 times 30, you want to multiply 31 times 3 and then add the 0 on later. So the way we look at that, the way we set it up is to do this. We shifted the number over. Remember 30 was here? Now it's moved over, so that if we did a little line, we could cut out the 3 and we would multiply over here. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9, and then you have to add on the 0 at the end. So your answer is 930. You don't have to do the adding or the dropping the 0 to do the column over, any of that. You just multiply the numbers and then add the 0. Okay? Let's try it with a multiple of 100. Number 5 is 75 times 300. Remember, I want the numbers with the 0 on the bottom. So 75 times 300. Zeros leave out on the edge. You don't want them getting in the way right now. Okay? So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. And I also have 2 zeros to drop down. So 22,500 is your answer. Okay? If you have any questions on multiplying by multiples of 10, tens or 100s, come and see me and I would be glad to help. Thank you.